broke up. We got reactive. The channel got deleted.
Yes.
We're still broken up.
Yes. It's true.
If you've found this video, most likely you've searched Maha Aten and there is only this.
Or you messaged us and asked us where the channel was and we sent you this link. But the ins and out of it is that we broke up and the channel got deleted and we were in a reactive place and that's why it got deleted. So
we actually both wanted to put out a video earlier, but I think it's been good that this week has passed because we've gone through our first kind of like hurdles or learnings or what have you to get to this point to show you exactly kind of what's happened and what's going to happen next. We're not going to get into why we broke up.
We still believe we're twin flames, and so like every relationship has their things. This relationship had its things, and so you know, we don't want to get too far into the ins and outs, but
yeah, when that sunk in that the channel had been deleted, I was like, whoa. I was floored for a moment. I was like, whoa, okay, it's gone, like really gone. I could feel and see, like it felt like this world that I knew, it was like an earthquake. It was like rumbling, it was cracking, it was crumbling and then like caving in on itself. That's what it felt like, and that's I guess what it visually it looked like to me.
For me, when the channel got deleted, I went through a series of different emotions. Obviously the first emotions being probably ones that I didn't feel so good. I was really upset at the start, sad, frustrated, upset, and actually I felt a whole bunch of disbelief.
This whole world that I knew was being destroyed. It was being destructed, and I think we both kind of felt really shocked that that had just occurred, because we were both sitting on this balcony and just like, whoa, like speechless basically, like I can't believe this is happening. And Holly said to me at one point that it must have needed to be deleted because on the channel that was the old us, the old individual us's, and maybe they needed to be released. But when she said that, I was like, yeah, you're like absolutely right. As sad as it is to see all those like memories and growth and experiences, like just not be able to go back and look at those, I guess. I think that a release of those did need to occur for us to see what the next steps were and what was kind of being laid out ahead of us.
I literally could not believe that the channel had been deleted for a variety of different reasons. Simpler reasons that were a lot easier to forget was the time, effort and work put into it and the creations. But the hardest part, and this is where feelings of sadness and then eventually anxiety came in, was in the fact that we built a subscriber base that the numbers obviously weren't huge. We got coming close to 600. We had goals to reach 1,000 and then beyond that. But the fact that we'd made connections and that we'd spoken to people and built relationships with people and actually had people that supported us and actually kind of shared our vision as well. So I got kind of anxious when it was like, you know, it hit that moment where you realise that, you know, the channel's been deleted out of reactivity. It's been deleted and we haven't even spoken to those people yet, you know, to tell them what's going on. And then I felt really anxious about that actually. I feel almost like you've let people down that like supported your growth, your vision and your channel. So I felt sick that we hadn't let the subscribers know what was going on. But, you know, those feelings soon changed. You know, there's always two ways of looking at things. You can see the negative sides, or you can allow the closing of one door to let you kind of open another one. If you stop staring at the door that's closed and turn around, you'll see all the other doors that are able to open. And so those feelings shifted towards excitement, the freshness that you feel when you decide to let go of something. And I'm ready to kind of transition and do new things, and I think so is Jane. So now I feel a lot better about it, a lot happier about it, and just in a place in which I'm ready to welcome and embrace newness.
The night before the channel was deleted, I came across this article about a thing called human design, and for some reason that intrigued me. I had a look into it, and it basically talks about the type of energy you have, and I think for me anyway, it's more in terms of like work output or like that kind of side of you. I had to look at my chart, and just everything I read, I was like, yeah. And then I was like, I'm gonna have a look at Holly's. I looked up hers, and I was like, whoa. And wanted to share it with her, but like obviously the mood wasn't right. Like I thought that if I shared it with Holly, that it wouldn't really be like, wasn't really gonna be taken in type thing. So I just held on to that. Anyway, channel got deleted. We're like, should we go out and eat and like talk about like what now? Yeah. And so that's what we did. We went had musman.
Yeah, we went out and ate food.
I said to Holly, like, well, do you still want to work on creative projects together? But with the Oracle deck that I was creating, I had asked Holly if she would like join me on it and write the guide for the cards that I was creating. I was like, do you still want to be involved in that? I very much would like you to, and I'd also still like to work on the projects that we had been talking about working on together. What did you think when I invited you?
Actually, I was a bit annoyed when you said that, to be honest, at the start. I was kind of like, because the mood wasn't good before we basically went out to eat, so I just thought like, really? But that was my initial thought, and I was just like, yeah, I did sign up to do the Oracle deck with you, so I should probably continue that. And that was my first thought. I was still in that place of kind of like frustration, annoyance that the channel had been deleted and everything that was going on. After we got home and I just like kind of sat and just like allowed everything to sort of settle, that was when my whole mentality shifted on it. When it comes to our creations, us even coming together is what kicked off our creative sides. Do you know what I mean? Like we did spark those things within each other. Whether that was me showing her my poems and all the stuff that I'd done, and her actually like telling me like, yeah, this is good, like, and then I started to develop that side of my life, and then for her, like me bringing her whatever it was that I had to offer, and then her being able to explore that. We basically encouraged that within each other.
We had already started like being able to like identify each other's strengths and weaknesses, and identify that we filled in those gaps. We are capable of doing things alone, but like for me, the thought of me doing it alone, it just doesn't seem fun. Then I was like, hey, I found this thing called human design. Have you heard of it? It's like about your energy. Would you want to like check it out? And so I showed Holly hers, she had a read of it.
Yeah, I resonated very strongly with it, really. I resonated really, really strongly with it, and it just happened to be good timing because the direction that we had literally just chosen to go into complemented that information, basically. Almost like affirmed that what we had already chosen subconsciously through the deletion of the channel was the correct thing. Do you know what I mean? It was really what we were supposed to do.
If the channel hadn't have been deleted, we would still be wanting to put in X amount of time into creating those vlogs and videos. With all the projects that we have listed that require time, we wouldn't actually be able to get those ones done, which actually, like, I see as like a higher up in the hierarchy of, but we would have still been ranking that YouTube stuff, like
pumping it, 100%.
It also made sense because your computer was having problems exporting.
My neck, I need to not be on the laptop as much.
And it was all because of the amount of time vlogging, editing. But yeah, this human design chart explains like my energy and what it does, and Holly's, and we're like basically perfectly like we need each other.
Yeah.
And like there's just so many, like every single sentence we read was like, oh my god,
oh my god,
oh my god.
yeah.
Working on the creative project seemed like a good way to go forward. Like we both, I guess, still want to have each other in our lives massively. Doing the relationship side of things, an intimate romantic relationship, I like that kind of partnership, requires time and effort, and like neither of us are really in a place of wanting to.
The place that we both are is in a different place. Do you know what I mean? If there is like the wholeness of your life and there's all these different areas to it, a relationship is not the place that we want to put 60% of our focus or 80%, however much of our focus, in order to create an amazing relationship. Both of us are way more focused on finding what it is that we love, doing what it is that we love, finding our passions and building on that really, and building our creations and our creative projects. And then, you know, I know my future image is to have a family and, you know, all these beautiful things where I can put my time towards a partner and children, but that's just not right now. And yeah, so we're kind of going like, well, let's not put our energy there, and let's not argue about things when we're not prepared to put the time into that, really. Do you know what I mean? Neither of us are actually prepared, so why are we freaking annoyed at each other about it? So we've left it.
Yeah, so we're like, well, maybe this is the steer that we needed to get us actually focusing on what we both actually truly wanted. Yeah. While still being in each other's lives massively. Yeah. And like creating a stronger foundation so that if we do lead back into the relationship stuff, then we'll only do so knowing that we've like built this solid like base first.
We do, like we said earlier, we do believe we're twin flames. I don't see myself with anyone else. She doesn't see herself with anyone else. We aren't putting any limits or any kind of like things on that, but that's how I feel, and I'm pretty sure that's how she feels. So we're just gonna work out on different aspects of our relationship. We're gonna work on friendship, and we're gonna work on creative projects. And creative projects are so important to both of us that hopefully we can just really gel and connect differently within that realm, to be honest. Learn those things, because if we do want a family together, then you know, we do need to know that side of each other, and we need to know that those sides of each other work together, or at least how to get them to work together, because at the moment it's a bit tricky, isn't it? They complement each other, but we are aware of our differences. Differences can get in the way as well as complement each other, so we've got to try that out.
What that means for the channel is this might be the only video that's up for a while. Like we're not going to be focusing on vlogs and stuff right now, you know, because of the time, but also because the relationship dynamics change, so like we need to change what we're doing as well. Like we may be putting up videos about the projects that we're working on, but
we're going with the flow, you know, like we're going to let this guide us. We've really only just turn the handle of the door, do you know what I mean? We're not even in the room yet, so like, you know, we're still finishing off this last chapter by doing this video, so in terms of actually stepping into the door, we don't really know what's going to happen. I know that I love YouTube, I know that I love doing YouTube, I know that I love doing video, and so I really do see myself on YouTube, if not both of us, at some point, but we just don't know when that's going to be, what that's going to be, how that's going to be. This is going to be our channel. So you guys can, if you want to, we are sorry that we deleted it at once, but if you want to, you can subscribe to this channel and then put the whole thing on.
Push notifications, make sure you watch the video before it disappears. Joking.
Yeah, turn the notifications on, so if we do post a video, you guys will be able to see it, or you'll know about it, really. But
things we're working on. So first of all, this is the oracle deck.
The Oracle deck.
That will be printed and sent out to everyone early December. Still taking pre-orders, so we've got a website that you can pre-order the oracle deck, which the guides will be written by Maha Aten. And link is in the description, mahaaten.com.
So the main thing is your oracle deck. Then me personally, I'm working on an album. I'm working on an EP album, and it is going to be, if I can do this, it's going to be sick. So, you know, I have written some tracks already, but like the idea that I have for this album, what it's going to be, Like, it's whether I can write the songs,
You can.
whether I can
absolutely
write the
can.
songs is going to reveal itself to me as I go, because it's a journey in itself, this album. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm working on.
After that, there's a book on the way.
A poetry book, basically. Yeah, we're going to combine on that though as well, with like Jane doing
I
the
will
design
help.
element, me doing the writing.
We're gonna do some collabs with some local creators here,
Yes.
like with some robes and some jewelry and some.
Maybe some
products.
hammocks. We just got many ideas. Many ideas. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's it for now. That is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's an Oracle deck, an EP, a book, and a shop.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where are they going to find us?
Links are in the description. Instagram for Maha Aten, Instagram for me, Instagram for Maha Aten, and our creative projects.
All in the description, so that you can continue to see what we are doing if you want to see what we are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So new areas of our life, new chapters to explore, new doors to open. We are obviously, once again, we want to just say sorry to our subscribers that we haven't got this video out sooner, and that, you know, we deleted the channel when your support was so amazing for us. But but onwards and upwards, new directions.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited too. We found the beauty in the mess. Let's celebrate what's coming next. Guys, also that reminds me, stay tuned, because the song that you have been hearing play throughout this video is mine. I did write it in relation to this.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for the end of the video to see the whole video, hear the whole song.
Yeah.
Which is now.
It's a beauty.
We are going to miss you, and we hope to see you again. There will be more from us. So, you know, if you're keen, we can't wait. I'm feeling now like we should take a double shot. This ain't a sad one, now I'm feeling kinda hot. We've been working on our business, and in our souls we found the riches. But deep down, you know, I can't believe we're here. I was facing every fear to be with you for years. Now it's finished and we cried a couple tears. We ain't down to cry a river, so we're switching up the gears. We found the beauty in the mess. We celebrate what's coming next. And when you close the door and turn your back on it, you'll find yourself within the grandest tool. But before we open more, let's just take a little stop off at the bar. Let's toast to broken hearts, let's toast to going far. Let's toast to all the scars, because they made us who we are. And why not make that shit a double? Let's toast a brand new start, and we ain't stressing, cause that shit depressing. We know the stars, and so let's count our blessing. We know our heart, and so we in the heavens. And when it's getting dark is when we get our lessons. Soul sessions, forget the fight, let it slide, release the pride. Saturn pressing on our time, we preferring peace of mind. Let's take the future as our present while we leave the past behind. I'm feeling now like we should take